Alright, so how's it going, everyone? It's Zonobar here for a new video. Today I want to talk about IEM Oakland. I just got back from the first day. Today is November 19th, and the first day of IEM Oakland is done. I just wanted to do a quick video to give you my opinion about esports events in general, and I want to raise some questions and start a debate on what esports events should be. I had a very mediocre experience at IEM in terms of not like the organization of the events. I'm not blaming ESL. I'm not blaming the arena. I'm just trying to reflect on esports as an offline experience. Like, you go to a stadium, you watch big screens, etc., etc. And it was not the biggest event of the year. It was average. It's like an average event, I guess. It's not like the finals of the international. It was not the finals of World Championship or a big major in CS:GO. But it's still a big deal. I mean, IEM is a very respected competition where they invite the top players, the top organization, and they're very legit. Like, they're a legit competition, and people pay $50 to $200 for tickets. But I was questioning myself on how worth it was and if it was an actual experience. In my life, like, I've been to concert, I've been to basketball games, soccer games, and I've experienced the value that it brought to actually go and like go to a stadium, wait for the hype, and you have an actual an hour and a half to 2 hour show where you have all sorts of emotion, like excitement, whatever you can think of. And I didn't feel that way. I didn't feel that way in front of a very simple Counter-Strike match, which was Immortals against Ninjas in Pyjamas, where Ninjas in Pyjamas totally wrecked Immortals. But even if the match was interesting and that few rounds were exciting and stuff, I didn't feel that as a viewer my experience was rewarding or very well, like, worth the money I spent and the time I had to go there. I absolutely love what we are doing in esports right now in terms of like online, where you have like a stream on Twitch, you have actual competitors. The video game companies are working on spectating modes that are actually esports friendly, so that your mom, your dad can watch esports, and even if you don't understand very well the game, you can at least follow a little bit. But I still think there's flaws in the offline experience that we have to solve as an emerging industry. I feel like every single event has its own characteristic. If you go to like a music event, if you go to a sport event, if you go to a dance event, or whatever event, everything has its own detail that makes it different and that makes you want to go to discover. Right now, for me, it felt like I just went to a big ass cinema where I could watch a big screen. The fact that the players were in front of me, in front of the computer, was cool, but it was not that exciting. Like, I feel almost not awkward, but it just feels like there's no there's not a lot of interactivity between the player and the actual audience that you can see in soccer and basketball. Like, there's a lot of like interaction with the audience. Like, here I feel like the players are just like in front of the computers, very focused with they can't hear anything through their headset because it's like construction headset with insane noise cancelling, and they're just here playing their match, and after it's done, they're just getting out, they're just gonna sign a few t-shirts, and that's it. As a viewer, I think that we could do much more stuff for esports. Offline events is definitely something that generates a lot of revenue, and it's definitely something that as an industry we have to work on to make it a special experience that people would like to come back. Right now, I went to Oakland. I'm going tomorrow for the finals, of course, and I'm sure it's going to be more exciting. But maybe next year I will not go to IEM Oakland if there's an IEM Oakland, just because I know what to expect and I'm not going to be surprised. And that's huge. I think that's huge. Like, it's maybe because the online experience is so good that the offline is all worth it. It's also because of the pricing that is not very attractive. I mean, I paid $50, which is totally fine, right? It's $50 for the whole weekend, but it's still a lot of money when you know that it's completely free online, that you don't have to pay any subscription to a TV or whatever. You can watch it online with the comfort of your own home and not move. I just think that we should, like, the industry and us should work on putting more value into offline events. And I really want to hear what you guys have to say about this. I want to know if you guys have been to events that you liked and why you liked it, if you've been to events that you didn't like and why you didn't like it. But overall, I think we should design a very sport only experience for offline events. Those are events that would absolutely impact the industry a lot, and we need this to be very flawless, because Twitch is a very niche market that is only us. We know Twitch, like we're used to Twitch, but offline is also a way that we expose ourselves to the world, right? Like, it's a way that, oh, people used to see the Oracle Arena to get to the Warriors game, and now they're like, oh, Intel Extreme Masters, what the hell is this? So we need to find a way to make the experience unique, and I think this is such a cool thing to think about. Like, how can you make offline guy that will travel by car, like Uber, whatever, make a good experience during a match? The match itself could be great. The match itself could suck. But you still need something around it that will make at least a memorable day or a memorable event, and at least making the money of the people who bought tickets worth it. There was great stuff that I saw yesterday, like the booths, the goodies, the chair was okay, the sound was perfect, the commentators were good, the image quality was cool on the big screens, etc., etc. There was so many good points, but I think we are missing differentiation in terms of like even planning and how to make an experience unique for esports enthusiasts. So that was just a thought, guys. I'm curious what you think about this. Make sure to share your experience in the comment down below and tell me if you had a good experience or not, and how and why. Thank you so much for watching. If you want me to tackle another subject about esports like that, feel free to put it down below as well. Cheers.